Hi, I'm Dan Hernandez. I'd like to welcome you to this week's episode of Sport Fishing. Well, today we're back aboard the Spitfire. Left about an hour ago out of Marina Del Rey Sport Fishing. We worked our way north. Right now we're just above, almost all the way up to Malibu. We're just outside of Malibu. And what we're going to do right now is start off looking for calico bass and maybe even exotic or two. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing. I'm Dan Hernandez and I live to fish.
All right.
I have been fishing along the Pacific coast my entire life.
Oh!
Let me bring you in the action and share with you some great fishing tips along the way.
Try some sardines, try some plastics, good bass marks all through here.
Jose.
$18.
All right, they got to be 14 inches. Let's measure them first. You might be short.
He's a keeper. No.
Calico bass. Fishing on the Spitfire with Dan Hernandez. Come on fishing with us.
My first fish. Don't wind it up so high.
Here you go.
Oh, you got a fish?
Yes, first.
Nice. Where's Cali? Not a keeper though.
Nah, he's short.
Yeah. Silver squad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh! Right on the border, man.
Calico.
Right on the border.
Is that anchovy or sardine?
Big old white fish.
It's because I pet the dog like 80 times in the morning.
I think she's legal. Gotta be 12 inches deep.
Another short. Oh, fishing aboard the Spitfire with Dan Hernandez.
Hey, look at that. There you go.
Fresh one. Oh wow. Small but fresh.
Back to back.
Nice bass.
High hook.
Calico bass. Let me measure him, see if he's legal.
See what I got here? Here we go. Another calico bass.
Back to that nice.
Yeah, every bait now.
Hot now.
Snapper.
We just made a little move, and we're fishing inside shallower, catching all those bass. Now we're in deeper water, about 100 feet of water. Now we're going to try to catch some reds like that one I just caught, and some other rockfish too.
Spicy a little bit. Oh, sheep bag.
Nice one. Sheephead.
What do we have here? We got something. Oh, the sheephead. Oh, whitefish. Ah. Ah. Another whitefish. Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants the whitefish? That will be given away. Got that for sure. Dan don't know what he's talking about.
So right now we're on Spitfire. We're in Barn Kelp area, fishing over this big reef. I have a really small hook on, live anchovy. I'm getting bit. It's running with it. Put it in gear, wind down. There we go. Just switching to a really small hook. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Small bass. And just barely got him hooked there. Here's our skipper, Jeremy. This area that you're fishing here, is this one of your areas where you're pretty productive over the years?
Yeah, it's good bass fishing here. Mainly in the fall, summer too, but fall when the water's warm, and good calicos, and you can fish out deeper, catch whitefish, sheephead, rockfish. A lot of sea bass up here, and it can be good. It can be good and bad up here.
And where you guys run out of Marina Del Rey, it's kind of nice because you don't have to worry about 5 other landings all around you.
Yeah.
This area is pretty much yours.
Yeah, we get this pretty much to ourselves. Occasionally an Oxnard boat, but not very often. Yeah,
That's cool.
So yeah, it's a good area, but it's temperamental.
Yeah.
It bites when it wants to bite. If the conditions aren't right, it doesn't bite. And it can get cold and warm the next day and go back to being cold again. So yeah, it's a touchy area.
They're biting really good right now, but they seem like they're really focused on that small
The
anchovy.
little anchovies, which makes it hard to get the legal fish. So
You have to just go through them.
yeah, you gotta weed through them. That's it.
All right, let's take a little break from the action here by the Spitfire and go to the tackle box and give you a good look at the gear you need for this type of fishing. This week in the tackle box, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing today. Fishing in Santa Monica Bay. When we come fishing up here, you never know what to expect. It could be surface fish for the barracuda, it could be bonita. Lots of times it's calico bass, and usually we end the day doing some rock fishing. But the one rod and reel you can use for this type of fishing all day long is something like this, a 400 size reel, 50-pound Spectra, 25-pound mono on top, at least 100 yards of mono. That way you have that stretch and your live bait will swim good in the water. And this works out fine. A medium action rod. I like nothing shorter than 7.5 feet. 8 foot's probably preferable, so you can get your bait away from the boat, and this will work out fine. As far as artificials, for fishing for the bonita and the barracuda on the surface, you could use a magic metal jig. Probably a 2.5 ounce will work out fine, 3 3/8 at the most. And then for the rockfish and for the calico bass, a 1 ounce B52 Bucktail with a strip of squid on it. Just let it go down to the bottom. The bass will come up and hit it. The calicos and the sand bass really like eating the bucktail jigs. And if you're going to use it for rock fishing, put 2 of these together with 8 to 10 ounces of lead all the way in the bottom, catch your rockfish and your lingcod. Again, put a strip of squid on them or an anchovy and you'll do well. Another thing you should bring with you is one of the boomerang tools. These work out really good for cutting spectra and monofilament, and they're retractable, just nice and convenient, and a tool everybody should have with them in their tackle box. All right, well, this is the basic gear you need. Let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
Well, so the guy who caught it. Yeah.
Popeye Catalupa. This is the captain's favorite fish.
To eat?
It looks like
Really?
Yeah.
So that
To my
keeper?
opinion, it looks like a saltwater bluegill.
Well, I've never seen it before.
Feel his skin.
Look at his eyes. Those are crazy looking eyes.
Oh yeah.
It's like a damn shark.
So what kind of fish
big
is
ol'
this?
eyes. It's a Popeye Catalupa. Very rare. At least for
Can't
us up
wait
here
to
in
eat
these
'em.
waters. Yeah. Look at the
Fishing on
size
the
of that.
Spitfire.
Look at the size of the eyes on them.
There you go, whitefish. Hey, bring it up. That's good. You want to stop whining there and just hand it up. Just grab the line. There's a whitefish.
That guy's got to see the.
Whitefish.
Oh yeah. Little whitefish. Fishing with Dan Hernandez on the Spitfire. Let's do it.
Just try to start getting some fish for everybody to get something in the back.
Whitefish. Oh, we got so far.
That's how you do it. 2 at a time.
That's right.
Taco.
Double hookup.
Taco party. Oh, man.
Double Taco Tuesday.
That's when you caught him looking.
Oh, there we go, double.
Nice.
Double grouper. Yeah. So these are the legal name for these are picachios, but we all call them salmon groupers. And you can see the double hook rig, got the hook on top, B52 Bucktail on the bottom with the sardine. These fish really love to eat the fin bait. Nice quality fish there. Thanks, man.
Got a red. There you go. Fish million. Nice one. Nice red. Casio.
Casio. There we go.
Hey.
Hey. This guy. All right.
There we go. What number are you, sir?
Spitfire number 13.
Oh!
Double.
Right about 2 eating salmon groupers. We're good. Good fish.
That's like 6 fish tacos right there.
Double trouble. If I catch one, you can catch 2, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Load them up.
Red snapper on the jig.
I don't want it.
Give it to Bo.
Why'd you ask for a gap?
Nice salmon grouper on the Spitfire, Marina Del Rey. Fishing with Dan Hernandez. Everybody needs to come fishing with us.
This is a nicer one. This might be legal. Oh, nice bass. Here you go. Thank you. I knew I could do it. Nice fish. All right, let's take a little break from the action and go to the galley and show you how to cook up one of these delicious fish we're catching. Today we're in Montebello and we're at Pez Montebello. I grew up in Montebello, so this is very special to me. Standing next to me is Brett Thompson. He's the owner of the restaurant here. And what do you have in store for us today?
So today we're going to make just a traditional fish taco. Yeah.
And the fish you're going to be doing today is a rockfish?
Yep, rockfish here.
How do we get started?
All right, let's do it. So we've got 3 very simple ingredients: rice flour, and we use sweet rice flour. We're gonna crack an egg in there, and then some good old Mexican lager. So the rice flour gives it a nice tenderness, a nice crispiness to it, not bready like regular flour would be. And then the beer gives it a nice effervescence. It keeps it nice and fresh. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Pez powder and we'll season the fish up. And so you can see it's pretty thick. It's kind of important because if it's too thin, the batter will come right off and you won't get enough of a, I call it like a donut consistency. So it's nice and thick like that. Of course, put the fish, when you're putting it in the fryer, kind of put it away from you, otherwise it could splash in your hand, so just make sure you're careful with that. You know, the fryer is about 350 degrees. It's gonna take about 2 minutes until it's cooked through and nice and golden brown in the middle. The other ingredient we have here is a homemade tortilla. I've made a couple ready to go already. Lay these down here. While the fish is cooking, we're gonna assemble the tacos. So we've got chipotle aioli. Next thing we have is we're gonna make this little sauce. We've got cabbage, with a little red onion in there, a little bit of cilantro, and always use fresh lime. It's just so much better than using the stuff out of the jar. We don't use that here, it doesn't exist. So much better. A little bit of salt and pepper, and kind of mix it up. All right, so to assemble this, we're gonna put the aioli, but you can see it's nice and golden brown, super crispy. Pop that guy like that, good amount of slaw on top. And then the last touch, which is definitely something unique that we do, is we put a little salsa negra on there. So here's our fish taco. We've got the beer batter on there, fresh tortilla, chipotle aioli, a little cabbage, a little salsa negra. Fish is juicy, a little spicy. The aioli gives it a nice kick, a little freshness.
This is really, really good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Even early in the morning, this is really, really good. This is delicious. We're in Montebello. It's Pez Montebello. If you've never been down here, it's a different Montebello than I grew up in. Great restaurant, great little complex right here. A little different styles of food here too. But if you want great seafood, come down here and see Pez Montebello. Done by Say Brett. You won't be disappointed. All right, let's take a little break from the action, get back on the water, and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
Fishing with Dan Hernandez on a Spitfire, Marina Del Rey. Can't get no better than these reds.
Nice reds. On a sound rib. Oh yeah, look. Teeth marks all over it. That was a hitchhiker.
Here we go, fishing aboard the Spitfire with Dan Hernandez.
Red snapper, Marina Del Rey, baby.
Wow.
That's a nice one there.
Yours. Okay.
16, though. Yeah.
What's this?
Oh, double.
I gotta go get my burger.
Snappers.
Oh yeah.
Number 3, right? Snapper. Here. Smile, you're on camera.
You don't know what I got. I got bit pretty good. So all morning we were catching bass, and now toward the end of the day we're getting some rockfish to fill out the sacks, and I'm just fishing the same gear, 50-pound Spectra on the bottom, 25-pound mono on top. Let's see what I got going here. Just fishing a double dropper loop rig. Let's see what we got. Hopefully it's a red. Might be a salmon grouper, who knows. It's been a fun trip today here on the Spitfire. We got lots of new people. This is my 36th year on TV, and probably half the people on the boat today have never fished with me before. So it makes it more exciting. Oh, nice color. There we go, nice. That's how you do it.
Man.
That's how you do it.
Oh, yeah. Bomber.
The B52 Bucktail on the bottom there. This is how you do it, guys. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Fishing here today on the Spitfire. Crew did a great job today. Just beautiful, nice big reds. This is my 36th year on TV, and it's still as much fun as it was day one. All right, let's take a little break from the action, and when we return, I'll be giving you this week's tip of the week. For this week's tip of the week, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we did today. All those bass that we caught earlier, the ones I caught, were all on fly line anchovies. You had to drop down to a small hook, like a size 6, maybe a size 8 hook. Light line, 12 and 15 pound test worked best. I even caught a couple on 20, but that 15 pound was the key. And get a good lively bait, small sinker, get it back behind the boat in that heavy current, and the bass came up and ate it. And later in the day, we caught all those rockfish, again fishing those anchovies, but the way I got my big ones, I used a double dropper loop rig with an anchovy on top, a B52 Bucktail on the bottom with cut squid on it, and I got that nice double on the big reds. It was just lots of fun. So that's this week's tip for the anchovies for the calico bass, and the anchovies also for the reds. Worked out good. Well, I want to thank Captain Jeremy here aboard the Spitfire. The whole crew, all the guys were great. We had lots of fun fishing with them. Well, I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us again next week as we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing.